Hi, Ginger. How are you? Ginger
I'm
baby.
good.
She,
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
yeah, your information, of course, is in the description box and will be splashed on the screen. But my first question to you is what's going on in your life as far as do you have any specials? You want to talk about what you do, anything like that?
So,
You're doing a lot.
I'm still having the special, the summer special. That'll be going for probably a couple more weeks. And I was trying to think. I don't think there's anything else except for, I regularly have it's not really a sale, but just ongoing,
Something going on.
yeah,
I know.
discounts.
Well,
Yeah.
talk about the
Yeah.
summer special because a lot of people might not know about it.
Okay, so it's just you get a discount on the 60-minute psychic medium session.
Wow,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
So
amazing.
yeah, I think it's like 10% off or something like that for it. Yeah, like yeah.
That is great. And,
Yeah.
her specialty also is diet, nutrition, exercise, things like that. So, and
Yeah,
that is often channeled, obviously, for you too.
it is.
The
It is
spirit guides
channeled.
know what shape your body should be in and what you should do about it.
Hmm.
That sounds good.
Yep,
All right,
it's
now
definitely
today,
channeled.
though, we're going to talk about George Mallory and Andrew Sandy, as he's known, Irvine, a British mountaineering pair that disappeared on Mount Everest in 1924. There's all sorts of bodies that you see on the way if you hike up there, which I will never do, not this lifetime.
Yeah, me neither. Don't
Anyways,
like heights.
yeah, no. They were attempting to summit the mountain. They were last seen June 8th, 1924. That's quite a while ago, at a high altitude, but never reached the summit. And their fate remains one of the greatest mysteries in mountaineering history. While Mallory's body was found in 1999, Irvine's partial remain Irvine's partial remains were discovered in 2024, raising further questions about their final moments on the mountain. So that's quite interesting. People always want to know the answer to these mysteries. People love mysteries, don't they?
Yes.
And I want to say a
So
shout
do
out
I.
to my boy Eric. Hi, Eric. He's on the other side, just living the good life, the good afterlife.
Yeah. He's hi mama, I love you.
Love you too.
Yeah, and of course he's up pacing right now. He's just back and forth right
Oh,
now for some
always a
reason.
pacer.
He's
Always a
yeah,
pacer.
he's just he gets my energy wound up, and I feel like it's like revving me up when he does that.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm revving up.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
we don't have that many questions, but these questions are all from the community and they're brilliant, of course. The first question, Ginger and Eric, did George Mallory and or Andrew Irvine actually summit Mount Everest in 1924?
Actually, they did. So I know there's been a question around this because I remember this story a long time ago. I didn't watch a movie about this, but there was other movies, about that. So I always found Mount Everest kind of like a mystery, I mean,
It's
just a mystery because so many people go there, but there's so much still unseen
yeah.
about that place. Um, Yes, they did. So
Like what were the
I
conditions
I
that
have to let you know. Okay, so they're both here. Okay,
oh
so
hey Andrew George?
Yep, they're both here. They said hi, and
Hi.
he said, George said hi, Doctor Medhus. He said,
Oh wow.
yeah, he's being all, Doctor Medhus.
Fans
Um,
so
Let me see
polite.
here. They're not dressed up, but they just have the type of clothing that you would see in that time.
Okay.
Like it's like a wool coat, like a wool, I don't know what kind of material this is. I
Tweed
probably
maybe
should.
or
Yeah, it's like
like a tweed
yes, yeah,
with
something like that.
patches on the elbow.
Yeah. Well, it's not, no, I don't see patches, but it's just like very thick, very
Okay.
thick. It looks warm, very thick. Um, and then they both have like their hair. They look just like they did like back then. Like some of the pictures that
Okay.
you see is how
Oh,
they're coming through to me. Same age is my point.
okay.
Young, very
Yeah,
young.
right.
Um, they're laughing at me. They're funny. They're actually very funny. They're like goofy, like kid, like Eric. Like they're like have a lot of the same energy, like goofy, play around, like boys,
Right, yeah,
boys. Yeah. Yeah, boys.
Cute.
It's that type of energy that I'm feeling, like very playful. Um, I am hearing yes. I'm not sure if there's going to be questions about this, but they're telling me George is the one who's talking, really. He's the
Okay.
one stepping forward talking, and he's telling me that they did make it. They did. They left. When they left, it took them longer than they thought, he said. It took
Okay.
them
Yeah.
longer than they thought to get to the summit. Um, they were very amped up. He's talking about adrenaline, like
Oh,
getting
yeah.
excited and amped up as they're going. That's kind of something that kept them
You
moving
have
too
to.
because of the cold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he's showing me that they made it. And there was, and I've heard this before too. I've heard this is something that people are wondering. They're talking, he's showing me a picture. So there was a picture that he was supposed to leave of his wife, okay,
Okay.
on the summit. And he's saying that he's gonna let you know, like, right, he's talking about like the mystery around it, and he says to
Okay.
let everybody know that he did leave that picture.
Okay.
So he's showing me this picture, and it wasn't real big, but he's showing me he braced it by some rocks.
Okay.
The weather up there is very windy, wet, cold, so he
Yeah.
was trying to brace it. So um I was asking him why somebody didn't find it, and he's saying because it'd been so long
Yeah.
since he'd been there. He's showing it buried, and
Oh, okay.
the elements
Buried in snow?
kind of wiping it out in a way. I mean,
Okay.
even if they would have dug for it, they probably wouldn't have known what it was, is what he's showing me.
Oh, because it's so
Because
destroyed. Yeah.
yeah, but he did leave it. They did make it.
What were the conditions at the time?
He's showing me very windy, very like a lot of wind coming over the mountain.
I bet.
Um, the clothing that they had at the time he's talking about was all, they didn't have like the things that they have now. So, you stayed warm, but not as warm as you would today.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah. So, he's just showing that they were, trying to keep moving. So they kept warm,
Oh,
right?
oh my God.
Yeah, so because it was very cold, very, very cold. And we can move and we can come back to like if there's no questions about the other details, so we can move
Okay.
forward to questions.
Right.
So
That's fine. It's
because
often
there's more.
it's often debated which route was taken on the attempt for the summit. Which route was chosen? I don't know the names of the routes, so I don't think we're going to be able to answer this question. Did George and Andrew attempt to climb the second step on the ridge route? Maybe that's the route. Was that the route
So
they?
he said yes right away. He said they went on the north side. They were on the north side, the
Okay.
Tibetan side.
Oh,
Let me see what else he says here. Okay. He's showing me, yes, they went they made it to the second step. They made it all the way. So he's showing me,
okay.
I guess there's steps on that side. He's
Okay.
showing me that not like you think. He goes, it's not like stair steps.
That
He
would be
goes, it's
nice.
yeah, right. He goes, it's more like there's certain meters, and every so
Okay.
many meters they have a name for
Oh,
that
okay.
step, is
Oh,
how he's
okay.
showing me.
Interesting.
So yeah. So like so many meters you're at this step, so many more meters you're at this step.
Oh, I
And
see. I see. So it's a measurement kind of thing, not an actual
right,
physical step. Now, did you both
right.
realize at the time that you were risking your lives to reach the summit? I mean, were you prepared to accept the outcome regardless?
Yeah, he said anytime you are putting yourself, he says you're putting yourself at risk anytime you're attempting something with such life-threatening elements, life-threatening. He's talking about how it wasn't done before. It wasn't done before. He says, so nobody before had been there. He's talking about like no one's made it that far. So it's the first time, is how he's showing it. Like, so it's not like, oh, somebody can say, well, be careful of this or that.
Yeah, right.
He's showing like there's people that attempted it, but not people that made it up that far.
Wow.
So
So you
So
opened
yeah,
it up
so
for everybody else. Well, not let
right,
people
right.
know you actually made it though. Who was the first to die? Or was it at the same time? And
George was. He said he was.
okay.
So he's showing me what happened. Um, so when they made it, he shows the sun going down, that it was getting dark. And sometimes, he says sometimes like the air will calm down sometimes, but it was different this night. He says there was like a storm or something, like it was
Oh,
more stormier coming in,
yeah.
like the wind and stuff. But sometimes you'll have a calmness when the sun goes down, he said. But they didn't. But it was starting to go down. It took them longer than they thought to get there. Okay.
Right.
So now they have to turn around and come back. They're exhausted and worn out, he says. And being dark, it's hard to find your way back because again, they're the first
Oh,
ones making that
yeah, really. Oh
trail,
my
really.
God.
Um, let's see, he's showing me something. He's showing me, okay, so he's showing me that they go kind of off track.
Oh,
So
great.
instead of following the track back, something about ropes or something not being there, like, because I guess that they like hook things in
Okay, yeah,
or
right.
something. And he was showing me like trying to find their way back. They got off track.
Yeah.
Um, and then he shows that, oh, this is weird. So, I mean, not weird, but it's just like he's showing me this in my head where he's showing me like he's Sandy, is it? Is it
Sandy,
Sandy,
yes.
Andrew? He's showing him like lowering him down. So he's lowering him down. So they're tied together.
Okay,
So
right.
he's lowering him down. They're around the second, he's saying step or something like that.
Okay.
It's somewhere in that area. Um, and he's lowering him down. And then when he comes down, he hurts himself. When George comes down, he hurts himself.
Okay. What he hurt his what ankle, arm?
Yeah, he's showing like he hurt his ankle when he went down. He hurt
Okay. Oh,
himself.
great.
So that kind of slowed them down, he said. It's kind of like a twist or something on his
Okay.
ankle.
Sprain it.
Um, yeah, and so he shows that they are trying to just keep going, but it's getting steeper and steeper. It's not like
Oh,
where it was when they were coming up.
right,
It's
right.
steeper and steeper.
Did they mean to go on the steeper side or did they just get lost?
No,
They
no,
got
they
lost.
went off.
Because it
They
was
went off.
dark. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. He
Okay.
says they went off a little bit off trail. Okay, hold on. Let me get this right here. So he's showing me another fall. So he slips. It's really steep, really like
Yeah.
against the mountain. Like they're running out of places to step.
Right.
And
Hmm.
and so he shows that he slips and he falls. Um, and there I was asking him, he's showing me the rope or something connected to them, and he says that it broke, like the
Oh,
rope
boy.
broke.
Yeah.
And but what he shows me is when he fell before the rope broke, it's like he was hitting stuff as he was
Oh,
falling,
oh, yeah.
like hitting,
Hitting the
hitting.
side of the mountain. Right.
Right. And so then the rope broke. So he didn't die right away, he said. He when he hit the ground, he did
Yeah.
not die right away.
He hit the
Um,
ground? What do you mean the ground? The base of the
like
mountain?
no, like wherever he landed, there was a spot that he landed.
Okay, got it.
Like yeah, like part of the mountain
I got
where
it.
he landed. Yeah. Um, and he's showing that he was very cold. He just talks about being very cold, okay, and achy. Like he's talking about achy. There's
Yeah.
wounds. He has wounds, and but he's achy. And it wasn't that long after that. And here's what's interesting. He's showing me that he sees like a spirit energy
Wow.
around him, and he shows like a calmness, like he's calm. And then he starts getting warm, really, really warm.
Mm.
Okay.
That's
Um,
typical with hypothermia. You go through this warming phase where you start
oh,
taking off
okay.
your clothes sometimes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he says he's getting really, really warm, and really sleepy, and then he loses consciousness, and then he dies. He says, and then he leaves his
Or what were
body.
the spirits?
Um, they were loved ones. He said some
Okay.
guides and loved ones just around him. He thought it was people there helping him because his
Oh,
mind wasn't like, you know, really sure what was going on, but he wanted to share that with people to let them
okay.
know, never to be afraid ever, even if you're
Yeah.
alone, you
Yeah.
know. Um, and I'm getting, oh my God, I'm getting chills like up and down. Um, anyway, meanwhile, his friend, okay,
Sandy.
Sandy, yeah, is yelling for him,
Yeah.
yelling, and kind of trying to get like down a little ways, right?
Yeah.
So what he shows me is that Sandy showing me that he went a little bit further trying to get to him, but it was dark. So he was
Yeah.
trying to get somewhere where he could shelter, like they didn't have a lot. They didn't have a lot. Like they had these
Like
uh,
they do now.
yeah, right. And it was so bad. The wind was so bad. He was trying to get like in between rocks and stuff so he could
Right.
shelter. And hopefully he could, when the sun came up or something, find him because he couldn't keep going. He said he couldn't keep
Right.
going. He was just
No.
too worn out. Um, yeah, and so he shows me that he succumbed to the elements, and it's
Yeah.
interesting you said about getting take because he said about taking the clothes off because he said he felt that
Oh,
he
wow.
felt like start getting hot, like he wanted to take his clothes off.
Straight out
So
of
he's like trying to take,
hypothermia.
yeah,
Yeah.
um, yeah. So he's in his mind. He says it really makes your mind like messed
Hallucinate.
up.
I
Yeah,
know.
like
I've been through
hallucination.
this. I almost died of hypothermia in the tundra of Norway. So
Yeah,
I
that's
get
right.
exactly. I felt like taking my clothes off too, but no one wants to see a 60-year-old body naked. Anyway, so we already answered this. How did your bodies react as the days went on and you climbed to the level you got to? So I think, hypothermia, succumbing to the elements.
Yeah, yeah. If they're asking about them getting up, the
Yeah.
ascension part of it, yeah,
Oh,
they were
maybe.
fine. They were fine. He says they had adrenaline going, they were excited, but it did take longer than they planned. He
Okay.
said.
Um, George Mallory's body was discovered in 1999 by Conrad Anker, and a team of researchers examined his body. How did George Mallory fall? I think we did this. And what ultimately happened? How did he receive his injuries and describe how that occurred? So
Yeah,
anything else you want to add to that at all?
yeah, he's just saying that a lot of the injuries, the major injuries happened when he hit the ground,
Right.
where he landed. But he did have like he's showing like hitting his head when he fell, like before he hit the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Like hitting his head. He like hit stuff when he was coming
Yeah.
down the mountain.
Boing,
He's
boing,
showing,
boing,
yeah,
boing. I can
yeah,
imagine.
yeah.
All right. Why did George choose Sandy? Why did you choose Sandy to accompany you on the summit push and not another more experienced team member?
So he says that there was something he was drawn to them. They were actually drawn to each other, really.
Okay.
Being that this was supposed to happen,
Yeah.
okay, George is saying, you're actually like things happen to guide you there, and for things to happen a certain way. Now, not everything's written in stone, but
Yeah.
some events are, put out there to happen. But he says that they had a good like communication, and it's almost like he felt like he was taking him under his wing a little bit,
Okay.
yeah,
That
yeah.
makes sense.
And they just really hit it off. He's talking about, just good friends. It wasn't even just that. He just felt like there was something in him that would
Okay.
make the trip where they could work good together,
All
is
right.
what
So
he's
they
saying.
had that simpatico feeling.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
already answered how did Sandy perish, but I want to know why they only discovered partial remains at that altitude. They're not. I can't imagine there's wolves or anything or anything that could have eaten part
Let me
of the
see what he
body.
says. Um, birds. He's showing me birds.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Birds. Um,
Oh, gosh.
birds. But his body's. He says his body's still there. His
Okay.
body's still there.
Oh, okay.
Um, it's just in a place where not a lot of where nobody goes.
Yeah, of
He
course. They couldn't
shows
have
me.
gone either.
Yeah, he shows me almost like frozen in ice is what he's showing me, like frozen in ice.
Oh,
Um, Here's something too he's showing me. As he went, he did and found somewhere to go. He's showing me his body being moved after he died. He's
okay.
showing his body being moved.
By what? By the
By
elements?
people. No, by
Oh,
people. Yeah, like by people. Um First the elements, okay, so he's saying elements did move him some, but
right.
then people moved him for more off the mountain, not off of it, but like
Okay.
trying to get him off of it. What he's saying here? Okay. Yeah, he's saying like clearing the way, like to clear the body out of the way.
Oh,
Not
in the way
knowing,
of the
not knowing. Yeah, like they didn't know
well,
who
of
it
course,
was.
they're littered with bodies along the trail. They probably had no idea who this person was. They found
Well,
in 2024 a boot with his name on it.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
will they ever?
He's showing like moved, he's showing like it's moved, but the elements moved it further after that too. So
Yeah.
he shows me like a chunk of ice, like he's in ice somewhere,
Oh,
like his
wow.
body's in ice.
Will they ever
Um,
find it? Him?
he says yes. He says they
Okay.
will eventually. Yeah, eventually they will, or more pieces of him. He
Oh,
said
goodness.
because he's showing me too that there were birds that would eat at him, but he's saying that also when you're getting rolled around in that, like it pulls you apart, kind of the way he's showing
Oh,
me slid around in
oh,
the
God. Yeah.
elements. Yeah,
Yeah, because it's really hard to decompose a body at that
yeah,
altitude, and
yeah.
but I guess it can. And the force of the
Yeah, and the lack of oxygen, the
oh yeah,
oxidization he's
yeah.
saying.
Okay.
But there he's still there, he says.
They said they were said to have a Kodak vest pocket camera that was to take their picture on the summit, but it was never found. Did they take the picture on the summit, and will that picture be ever be found?
Okay, so I hear no to this, that it won't be found. And also
Or
it
did they
was
take it?
dark. It was dark when they
Oh.
were up there. Like they tried. They tried. He's saying yes, they tried, but it was dark.
So they took a
So
picture, but it would not have turned out to.
right, it may not have been that much, but they took it just in case. You know
Yeah,
what I mean,
sure.
is what he's
Okay.
saying. But I'm showing Sandy had the camera on him.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, but a lot of stuff got like sprawled from him for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
wind and rocks rolling around and big
right. He
avalanches.
showed,
Yeah.
yeah, because he shows where he was on such a slope between these
Oh,
rocks, was
yeah.
such a slope that eventually the snow and ice and everything just like kind of
An
moved him.
avalanche
Yeah,
happened.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, an ice axe was found just below the first step. Explain why this was left there here. What happened?
That was when he fell. That was when he fell the first time he's
Who,
showing.
George?
George.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So he
Yeah.
dropped it.
When he fell. Yeah.
Okay.
He's saying that's when he fell the first time.
Did they ever reach the summit? That's a yes to that. Team member Noel Odell, I like that name, Noel Odell,
Yeah.
was said to have seen them on the ridge route on Everest. Was his sighting correct? Did Noel Odell see them on the ridge route, or was he seeing somebody else?
No, he's seen them. He's seen them.
Okay.
They were the only ones up there, is what I'm hearing,
Okay.
because there hadn't been anybody yet.
Now,
Yeah.
the person
Right.
requesting this channeling is Evan, and he wants to know any past life connection to Mount Everest. Does Evan have any past life connection to any of these two guys or to Mount Everest
Um,
in
he
general?
does. I heard yes right away. Yeah, he does. I'm listening
Okay.
to him.
Okay. You want to go through any details of that?
Yeah, he's just saying that he was somebody that actually tried to climb the mountain in the past.
Oh, did he make it?
Yeah, not all the way. Not all the way.
What,
No.
did he go back down or did he
Hmm.
succumb to
No,
it?
no, he didn't succumb to it. He went back down, is
Oh,
what
he
I'm
went back
hearing.
down.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Now,
But he does have a connection to it. He has been there in another life. Is what
did
I'm
he have a connection to either George or Sandy? Like they were brothers in another life or anything like that?
I'm hearing no to that. I'm
Okay.
hearing no to that.
All right. George Mallory was, we kind of discussed this. What happened to the picture of your wife that you were supposed to leave at the summit? When explorers found you on Everest in 1999, it wasn't in your pocket. So we discussed that already, right? Anything you want to
Yeah,
add?
yeah. Yeah, he's just showing that he just said that he left it there like he promised. He said it was a
Okay.
promise. Um, he talks about writing to her too. I'm kind of
Okay.
curious because I don't know like all the stuff about this, so I'm kind of curious if they ever found any of that stuff. But he
Yeah.
was writing to, writing her stuff while he was there, even though it wasn't like he was going to mail it off from right
Yeah.
then.
Give it
He
to her
was just
later.
writing, yeah, to be
Okay.
talking to her.
Oh.
But yeah, so he said he left it as promised, is how he says it.
Have either of them, George, Sandy, have either of you reincarnated?
So he says no. But what's interesting is he says that when he does, which isn't too far off for our time,
Yeah.
it's going to be in the same family. So like great 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 grandchild type thing,
Oh,
he
are they
said.
going to be climbers again? Either of them?
Yes,
Both of them?
yes, yes.
Oh,
Well, George, the other
okay.
Sandy is saying that he will be like explorer, like adventure when he
Okay.
comes back, but not
Not a
so much
mountaineer.
climbing. Yeah, right, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the purpose of your death, both of you?
Well, first off, we need mysteries, right? We need mysteries. I know that probably just sounds kind of cliche or something, but we need these mysteries. But for them personally and their family members, there's so much that you get from losing somebody, especially,
Yeah.
in the way that they did. It was both families were devastated. There's a lot of growth and learning from this, learning to move forward, persevere. But it was also for upcoming people to, try to make it. Like some of them were
Yeah.
like, I'm not going to let that happen to me. I'm going to be
Okay.
more careful, or, not to say that they weren't careful, but like, there's certain things you learn from
Yeah.
somebody, having accidents like that. Even though they didn't know exactly, they were still like, I wonder if it's because it was too late, or I wonder if maybe they went the wrong way. He's
Right.
saying like it makes people think.
Yeah.
So that's part of it. Part of it, yes.
So why do people want to climb and reach the summit of Mount Everest? I mean, George, Sandy, or Eric, either of you three could answer this.
So I know there's a saying because it's there. I've heard that before in a movie for George. Like that was, they asked him why, and he says, because it's there. And that's
Into
a
you.
ongoing, yeah, it's an
Right.
ongoing saying. But something he's saying is, it's really important to try to accomplish things that you think that maybe aren't able to be accomplished.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He's talking about, he shows me him climbing since he was little. Like he would climb like houses, and he would climb
Oh,
fences and trees, and just like climb anything that was climbable, he would climb it, he says.
you were a
And it
mountain
was just in
goat,
him.
probably a
Yeah.
mountain goat in another life, huh? No,
Yeah.
what were
Yeah.
you in another life?
um okay. So something he's showing me is, when is this? I'm trying to get the timing. This is like late 1700s. Okay, so he shows this is interesting. So you know how when they used to carve trails on mountains and like trying to get through, like
Oh
when they would
yeah.
carve ways, showing me here in America,
Oh, okay, right.
like carving, like railroads, putting railroads in and
Right.
carving. Um, and he was just an adventurer, always going for the
Okay.
next place, always going for the next, you know, what's in the next town, what's around that corner. So he shows that was the life before this one.
Okay.
But I thought that was interesting because he's showing me putting railroad tracks around mountains.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and making pathways.
So that was probably in the 1800s, maybe the 17th century. What is that?
He's showing me the late 1700s,
Okay.
early, maybe early
Okay.
1800s. Yeah, something like that.
Does the mountain have a spirit? Eric might
Well,
do
you
this.
know, there's many spirits connected to that mountain, of course, but it's not like one entity of a spirit on the mountain.
Okay.
It's Mother Earth. You know what I
Mother
mean?
Earth, that's right.
Yeah, it's just Mother Earth.
Hmm.
So, but there are many spirits, yes, many, and there's a lot that stay like in that area. You know, there's a lot that stay. They help people along their path. You know, which I
Okay,
think is kind of cool.
the souls who have of the many who have succumbed, are they
Hmm.
there too, some of
Yes,
them?
they are. They are. He said
Okay.
yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Does Mother Earth, is it okay with her that people climb the Mount Everest? Digging ice picks into her?
Yeah, yeah, no, I hear yes, it's fine. It's
Okay.
fine. She's okay with it, is what I'm hearing. It's okay because it's part of the human experience to explore, you
Yeah,
know?
sure.
And
How many bodies are still there, including, I mean, what's the body count on that mountain? 15?
a lot more than that, a lot more than
Really?
that. I'm hearing like at least 5 to 6 a year
Oh,
they lose, but not all of them. Most of them, if they're really high up, George is telling me this. If they're
okay.
really high up, they stay. They
Stay.
can't get them down.
Hmm.
But he's also showing like they'll just push them out of the way. Like if it's on the trail, they just get
Oh,
them out of the way. I do see though that some are buried. Some are
okay.
buried, and if they're in a place where they can bring them down to a safe, safety, in a safe way, then they do.
Yeah,
Is
because
what I'm
they
hearing.
can't use helicopters in that thin air.
Oh no, yeah,
So that
yeah. The engine won't work. Yeah.
now, my husband and I plan to go to Colorado, eventually to Breckenridge in a week or two. Now, he wants to take Bella, our little Yorkie. Last time we went was several years ago, and she really had trouble with the altitude. Should we leave her home, or is she okay to take with us?
Let me ask Eric. I'm asking Eric here. He said she can go. He said she can go.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
He said she
will
can
she
go.
have problems? Because we had to take her to a vet during that. She was significantly younger.
He's just saying. Eric's saying
Oxygen.
that.
We have
Huh?
we have a little oxygen and a little mask that we can, but we can't keep it on her, of course, you know.
Yeah, no, but he's saying it's okay to take her. Is what
Okay.
I'm getting. Yeah, he's saying it's okay. Um, I keep hearing she'll be okay.
All
She'll
right,
be
good.
okay.
Excellent.
Yeah, yeah,
All right, so maybe we'll just go up slowly up to that
yeah,
high point. So, all right,
yeah.
anything else to ask? Eric, do you want to say anything else about Mount Everest? George, Sandy, anything else before we close? Hit the like button and
Sure.
subscribe button before you close off, before you sign off, people.
So George, he was talking to me, or I was talking to him earlier about stuff, and I also asked, besides it being there, why do you want to do it? And he says, it, especially, when he's not trying to say like men or women different. He's just saying that humans,
Yeah,
okay, we like to accomplish things
yeah.
and, set goals and accomplish, and that's good. And he's telling people, he wants people to know that you know, if you find something that you're passionate about, okay, stay with it. Don't let fear stop you.
Yes.
If you have
Right.
passion in something, then follow through,
So
set
you
goals.
die. Big deal. We're eternal beings. Don't worry about it.
Well, you want to be careful, of course,
Yeah,
and
of
try to
course.
always be
Please.
safe. But he's saying plant. This is his advice. He's saying plan for the. I thought this was kind of cool. Plan for the entire journey. Okay, not just the ascent. So you want to plan for the journey, not just the
Yes, it.
rising of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes
the
sense.
the ascent. The
You have
ascent.
to come back down,
And
people.
yeah. So yeah, so he's just saying cherish life. Life is a gift. And don't let fear. He just keeps going back to that. Don't let fear stop you.
So does
Fear,
it take more than a day to go? Do you camp out
months,
to
months.
ascend?
It's like a month long. He's showing me like 3 months or something. Some
Oh my
some can be
God.
less trips nowadays, but he's
Yeah.
showing me back then it was a little longer, but it's probably a couple months
Is
now.
it acclimatized?
Um,
Base different
what?
different camps, different spots you have to acclimatize?
Yeah, right, and he's showing me that you take time, and he also shows that you can go up, like you'll go up
Yeah.
and then come back. You'll
Okay.
go up and come back sometimes to the camp, and it's
Oh,
getting you like used to it. Maybe
used
get
to
a
it.
little
Yeah.
further. Yeah.
All right.
So, but he says when they did it, there wasn't a lot of you know known about it, like
Yeah.
doing this, but they still knew to take their time, and be careful. And you can't just go, okay, I'm going to climb the mountain today, I'll be back tomorrow. You
Exactly.
can't do that. Yeah, yeah, it's a journey, he says.
Exactly.
Yeah,
All
don't
right.
think
Well, thank
so.
you, Ginger. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, George and Sandy. I'm glad you guys are all okay now. And
Yeah, they said thank you.
hit the like button, people, and the subscribe. We're trying to get to 100,000, and you guys can be the one to
Almost there.
do it. Almost
Yes,
there.
almost there. Eric says love you mom,
Love
and love you
you.
everyone.
Love you.
So
Bye.
bye.